Alright, and welcome back everybody. We are changing pace a little bit from everything that was the OSAT stuff earlier on, and we are going to be getting this template finished off for the Operation Trebuchet fun op that the 506 is hosting tonight. So there's a few things that I need to do, and there's a few things that have already been done. So it's kind of going to be just a little bit a case of working through the list of stuff that I need to get done, as well as obviously any questions or whatnot that you guys have. And as I say that, I get a frickin' message, stand by. Alright, so, yeah. We are basically just going to sort of get cracking. So what we're setting up here is our it's our Marines guys. So one of the things that we need to do is we need to give these guys a bit of a mix of uniforms so that they don't all look quite as samey as they do now. Hey Dover, how's it going? Sorry, I'm going to be in and out a little bit with frickin' messages while we get this underway. Yep, I know that feeling absolutely. So yeah, I just am gonna grab a random selection of people and just start assigning. It's clever. Yep, need to get these guys all assigned with some random variation on the camouflage pattern, just so that they're not exactly the same. Yeah, it looks like a good mix. Not different. That kind of the same. Hope that's not. That is incorrect. Oh, look. We're doing all cross-branch BDUs. I kind of want to keep everyone in the sort of woodland kind of theme, but I feel like we can roll some dudes up and whatnot. So let's kind of do that. Yeah, that helps cut that list down a lot. Awesome. And I am gonna have to be a little restrictive with camera angles and all of this, because obviously we're talking about an op that hasn't happened yet. We don't want to give anything away for the guys who could be taking part in it. But if you guys haven't seen it, a big chunk of this mission template is actually put together by Lero, and he has his build of this template up on his channel. The VOD's still up there. So obviously if you're interested in seeing kind of more detail behind the stuff that he put together, then he has that available over on his side of things. But from my side, it's just going to be about getting getting everything finished off, getting it to be exactly what we wanted it to be, as well as just having a few little extra bits and pieces ready for... Hey, he has the wrong vest. Why do a bunch of people have the wrong vest? Because I'm selecting people across different groups. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do that again, aren't we? So, take these guys. Let's get their vests resorted out. I did that just before we came up, and that's obviously a problem. So these guys are all grenadiers. Woodland. These guys. Come on, Eden camera. Okay. This is the boring busy work that kind of happens sometimes. There you go. These guys as riflemen should all be pretty fine. Of course. Guys are team leaders. There is a team leader vest. Awesome. Then our medics, we need to make sure have medic vest. Where's our platoon medic? I don't think we're going to really need a platoon medic, but you know, there you go. Got to make sure that everyone is right gear, otherwise we'll get very confused. Alright, cool. So that'll set everyone back to the same freaking uniform pattern. We just grab... Do it as every second guy on each row, I think. Might just be the easier way of tackling it. Great. And then do... like that. Excellent. And then we get to just go pick a different camo. He doesn't look like he gets shot a lot. That's kind of the issue I've got with that, to be honest. Kind of like the urban gear. Vaguely cool. The olive tropic stuff, bad. The just plain olive isn't too bad either. Might just do some just plain olive there. And then... Come on, there we go. Might play with one of the other olive variants up here. See, the full tropical's a bit much, I think. I think it's a little... and distinctively marine, isn't it? Ah dear, life is too difficult. Let's do... yes, desert, exactly. We might go olive tropical for those guys, I think. For literally no reason other than that's basically just what I feel like doing. Alright, last group of people up here. Let's put... Sure. Alright, you guys can be... Oh, great. That way they're not all literally exactly the same. And hey Epsilon, how's it going? So now that we've got that sorted out, we need to put a box down with some helmets in it. So, knowing as nothing as I do know about frickin' Halo shit, I need to try and find myself a good storage box. Supply box. We take the... oh, no. Try and... a little... fucking... I like the idea of it. There is kind of a standing version, but it doesn't... like, because that's a standing weapons rack, and then it's basically just the same box lying down. But I like this model because it's got shit on it. That's what I kind of like about it. Because I'd use the empty, so I need to fill it anyway. Alright guys, give me 1 second. I've just got to mute my shit and deal with something real quick. I will be right back. Alright, boys and girls, sorry about that. We are back at it. So, just throwing some fucking helmets in a box. Let's just go a bunch of those. Let's go like 10 medic helmets should be fine. Because why not? Yeah, you can have... Because these guys are obviously starting without headgear, so they'll need to be able to pick something up. So let's do that and that. So that'll give them a little bit of something to go on in that box. Shit. Okay. And then over here, I kind of want to put some stuff down, but I don't specifically know what is kind of the issue I've got right now. So, just get my this open over here. What rifle are we using for this? MA3As are our rifle of choice. What's the mobile? I've no fucking idea, dude. I know almost nothing about the Halo universe. I've just kind of picked this stuff up because I sort of had to. So the MA3A. Put like 5 of those in there. So they have something. And then we'll grab some magazines for those. Which will be fucking here somewhere. Nope, 50 round mags is not going to happen. I super forget which freaking mags they are. I think I'm going to actually have to go into an arsenal and have a look. So, grab this guy, have a look. And then we got to get this finished pretty quick because the op is in like, what is it now? 7:20 local and the op's at 11 local. So, yeah, really got to get this shit done pretty quickly. So that's that. So it's a 60, let me write this down. 60 no space RND 762 by 1 millimeter magazine. Cool. Alright, so we don't want to actually apply that at all, so we'll just escape out of the arsenal. Okay, and then... Did I not add those weapons, or did I add them to the wrong fucking box? So that box is helmets. Uh, 3.5 hours, let me think about that. So, yeah, exactly, 3.5 hours. But I've got to get this all done, wrapped up. I've got to send it off for approval, is the catch, because nothing that I do goes out without getting rubber stamped first. So let's put 5 of those in there. And if you guys didn't catch the OSUT stream from this morning, I would recommend checking it out. It's one of the toughest runs through OSUT that many of us have seen in a while. It was definitely a bit of a hard fight. So if you like watching me fucking eat shit, then go nuts. So let's give them... Yeah, let's do that. And then they can have maybe some like smoke grenades. Because, you know, like, why not? Yeah, but I'm also thinking about the balance of it as well. Like, they don't really need that many, honestly. You can have 6 mags for 5 rifles. The storyline's going to support them out. Like, they're not going to be entirely fucking in here to eat shit by themselves, but definitely going to be a rough time. Now these I want to stay in that group there. They are awesome. So let's take this set of bunks there. Let's get rid of that, and then let's drag this guy in. Yeah. So the Leroy kind of alluded to it in his video, but essentially, the Marines are going to be vaguely temporarily hostage at the start of the operation. They're going to get rescued. So we are going to have some pretty quick support coming in for them, but they are going to have a moment of time where they're by themselves. So I like the idea a little bit of sort of stressing them out with not having enough gear to go around, basically. That's what I'm going for. This really super doesn't work. I like the texture, but it's really not working for me. So we're actually going to get rid of that, and then this blocker up here will then come and put the helmets up in here. And it's the ECH252 that we want to have. Let's put in... We need a bunch of these, but we can just put in a couple for now. A woodland medic. Perfect. And then let's... If we get kind of interesting about it, if we go 10, 5, 10, and actually what we'll do, I think, just because we kind of want these guys to have to scavenge a little bit, the 252, and it doesn't come in any of the other textures I was working with. That'll just have to be those ones. Okay. So we definitely don't need that many medic helmets, that's for sure. Because we're not going to have that many medics. And then we'll just up the count of the regular helmets. But I sort of don't want everyone to be running around in the same shit. It's kind of not the point. So then that gives them a little tent over there, and then the other tent over here is a dead up straight steel from something that Leary made over on the main compound. So they've got medical supply boxes in here as well. So they'll be able to grab some basic medical. I might just put some backpacks in here too, I think. Again, not many, but just enough to kind of tie them over. The backpack is the UNSC rucksack, is the one that we're using. So let's just grab those. We can put in like 3 medics ones. That says 2, but that's fine, I can fix that. There we go. So they can grab some backpacks, but they don't really have a lot of sort of supplies to go around. So. Officer caps, no, because you don't wear soft covers in the field, and these guys are not only in the field, they're fucking captured, so they would never be wearing soft caps. Alright, so with that done, let's just make sure that everything actually works. We'll just take some random spot over here. Every time I do a Eden video, it always kind of reminds me that I need to test everything kind of more than I do, because I'll sit here sort of talking to you guys and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go and test this, and then I'll be building some random Eden shit like off stream, because if I streamed all the Eden stuff I did, I would fucking never stop streaming. Okay, that's an issue. My script. Let's set that up real quick. Let's get rid of those. Perfect. Yeah, that's that fixed up. Yeah, but We're better than that. Look, I mean, I'll have a look. I'll see what's there, but I think that's not the intention anyway, because these guys are gonna have they're basically gonna have Spartan support to try and get their shit together and get out. So, cool. So the first thing that I'm looking for is that all of the placements are good, so nothing has fallen over all by itself, and there are some trees in here that I have hidden, which is a great start. So we'll just come through here and make sure that all these supply boxes are working. So do that, got some biofoam, some medical. Try that biofoam medical. And over here I've got a bunch of supplies, and then this is going to be advanced med supplies, which we don't use, so it's basically useless. That's fallen over as fuck, so we'll have to send that little IV back up again. It's alright, we can do that. What have we got here? Got some... not square. The other two guys are, that one's not. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Oh. Okay, there is an infantry option, which is great. Hey Mia, what's going on? Yeah, some backpacks, some of those, some of that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I do have a bunch of shit in my loadout though, so I need to remove all of that as well. So let's pop back into Eden and we'll get that shit cleaned up. Just building some of the shit for the OPTRE op tonight. So it's kind of boring because it's a little bit of busy work, but you know, hopefully it's a good chance for you guys to fucking have your own little mini Q&A of any shit you want to know about Eden stuff while I'm here and while I can point to it. Right, so that won't clip in there anymore, which is great. That won't clip in there anymore, which is great. This tent needs to have no fucking objects in it. They're all empty. Awesome. IV drip is empty. Awesome. That should be all fine. Hey Mac, no worries. Fucking welcome to hang out, or if you got shit to do, that's obviously all good. Oh, right on. Are you, you're not going to be here for the mission tonight? Straighten up this guy too. Do this, alright? You stick Discord over there, because I'm going to clearly need that as we go. Yeah, look, I mean, the OPTRE stuff isn't for everyone. But no worries, man. Fucking thanks for hanging out for a little bit. And have a good night. You're fucking going to bed. Right, so that's all that done. I then need to just grab these loadouts and clean them out. They had just random shit going on. So we're going to take out the night vision. We're going to take out the first aid kit. We're going to take out the patrol cap, and then that is now empty, which is great. Save that, and then I just need to download the update from Leary. Hey Leary, yep, I just grabbed a copy of it, and I'll get this shit merged over. Yep. Why do you not want to unzip, you piece of shit? Unzip. Extract. Retarded. Alright, cool. Training half an hour. Okay, that's right. No worries. I've got this all squared away anyway. So let me just come over here, update that SQM. Awesome. Liru, I will have to grab you before the op actually starts and just sort of give you a quick rundown of exactly where kind of the hostage stuff is all at. Because obviously I'm doing my best not to kind of show it off on stream so that people don't know what's going on. 3x7? Okay, right on. I will be around in TeamSpeak by then, no doubt, anyway, because I'm going to jump off for a bit of a break. Let's have a look here. So, extra is the new layer, and then a bunch of this shit, I assume. Maybe just make sure that's all. Okay, cool, that's all in the same base still. Awesome. Let's do that. Stand by. I'll dump this over while you're here, Lyra, and make sure you get everything in the right spot. And then we're going to go edit, and we're going to paste on original position, and then we're going to flick out here somewhere and see what's going on. Okay, so something doors. Let me reopen Discord. Delete the barriers in the doors. Like these barriers in the doors? If you look at more doors. Like that barrier in the door? Is that even a door? Or do you mean the doors to your like internal texture? There's nothing up there. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Not seeing it? Alright. Then. Alright, no, I've definitely. Let me lock that. So then. And then let's turn all that visibility off. So then we should just have the extra stuff. So, bunch of new mobile barriers, hallway doors, locked doors, 2 new turrets, and some more tower stuff. Really funny with the floating shit. Maybe I didn't. I do have an extra folder though. Maybe I didn't before. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to my downloads. Going to delete that. That. And then we're going to delete the 2 7-zips from you. I'm going to re-download the new one. Yeah, 371k is your new one, which is what I've got. Alright, while you look at that, I'm going to come back over here and keep doing brain things. They have those 2 little... Yeah, should be right. With the latest one? Alright, cool. So... Just not seeing it? Okay. Well... More extra floating shit up here. Looks like that hasn't copied over properly. that new stuff. That is new stuff. I assume that all this floating shit should be down? Or is there meant to be another tier of walkways? Let me just reopen up what you sent over. Alright. So I grabbed everything in the extra folder. This is what I grabbed. Alright, cool. You're coming on TS. We'll use the S4 office.
Microphone activated. Welcome back.
Oh shit, where'd he go?
Channel switched.
God damn it.
Channel switched.
God damn it.
Alright, so it's not everything in the extra folder. I just put that down to template for myself. It's all the stuff not in the extra folder.
Ah, okay, so everything just in empty?
Yeah, everything just in empty. That's what you need to copy and paste. The extra folder is the stuff I left off on that I decided to lock, so you just quickly grab everything. The issue with the doors is there's 3 doors on the perimeter that I put instead of having it as an open doorway, but you can open them if you walk up to them. But there's a barricade that I didn't have the time to template off because I have a training I have to set up, and there's a bunch of people, and I don't want to do it.
Alright, so that's cool. So, okay, so that's all the stuff. I'll deal with the duplication in the extra layer in a sec. I'll handle that. So,
Alright.
You want me just to get rid of the gates in the opening?
So if you look at the gates, there should be don't get rid of the gates. Keep the gates. There should be an M72 mobile barrier, which is a lot of what you're seeing at each of the gates that clips into the gate. I want you to get rid of those.
Okay, cool. So just the ones that actually clip into the gate, we get rid of those ones?
Yeah, you can get rid of. It's just one at each one. We can just get rid of them because they're too close to do anything. Because when the gates open, it creates an extra physics layer, and it'll push the barriers aside if they open. So.
Roger. Alright, cool. That's easy enough. I can get that cleaned up.
Alright, cool. Then, next one.
No worries. And then when you wrap up with training, I'll give you a rundown of where the hostage stuff is going down.
Gotcha.
Drum was basically saying that the hostages will get to basically straight away, and then we'll come up to this as like the final objective after that.
Yep. I was thinking we would put them in the military base in the center, like that's the first objective. I'll run you through how I would envision this AO to go, and we'll make adjustments from there. All right?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, cool.
Have fun with training.
Yeah. Ooh. See you, man. Cheers.
Yeah.
Sound muted.
All right. There you go. There you have it. Fucking figuring this shit out. So that these double ups. Yeah, they are. So I think by copying that layer, I've ended up with a whole bunch of duplication. So I'm going to just save this. I'm going to take this extra layer. I'm just going to delete. Actually, no, it should all be in empty. It is all in empty. Right, great. So if I take all of this. This is some of our stuff too, I bet ya. Yeah. Alright, cool. So let's first jam all of this into a layer by itself. And lock that. Funsies. Alright, so now this should just be the duplication. Now I can just delete that. And now we are good to go. Alright, cool. Awesome. If I move this now, no duplication, good stuff. Undo that because that's probably in a very good spot. Neato. Cool, and then this giant list of empty stuff is floating around here. Basically everything. You can take all of that and stick that in the extra layer. And lock that. stuff around. Ah, but these guys are mounted in turrets, and the turrets are in that layer. That's cool. The AI in that group too. And then we can take this, and we can stick that in layer 5, which is the hostages. Yeah, AFM, Tootie Leary built this on stream at about 10:30 this morning, just as I was heading to bed, so I could absolutely not stick around and have anything to do with it. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to being on the receiving end of this. That's the really hard part to building operations that you intend on being in. You kind of look at it and go, no, I'm pretty cool actually not doing that. So, all that being said, where the shit did I get to? So let's unlock this and let's check this locker. Okay, so we have, yep, some mags, some backpacks, some helmets, not enough rifles and not enough smoke grenades. So they'll be able to perform a basic level of self-defense. I'm gonna delete the advanced crate because we just don't need it, and I'm going to leave them the basic crate, but I'm going to take out the body bags because again we don't use them. And we're going to take out most of the blood and just leave them with some very tiny amounts of blood. Because, again, hopefully they don't super need it until the fucking Spartans show up. And then, yeah, that should be 50 fucking bandages is not going to be enough if they get themselves in trouble, so we'll see how they go from there. So that's that stuff taken care of. So now that that's all done, we can just quickly check this again works. Sure it doesn't go terribly astray. Yeah, I mean the objective looks really good. I'm I'm looking forward to having to clear that shit out, in a sense. But I'm looking forward to having to clear that shit out, hopefully with our fucking beefed up Spartan units, rather than as a freaking hostage. And at some point I need to get this shit done so that I can go and, like, have breakfast and a fucking nap, because I've been up since 3 AM after 2.5 hours sleep. That's not enough. Alright. If there's a... don't give the man ideas. He's got enough fucking that he's gonna torment us with. These have all got biofoam in them too, which needs to go. The inventory on this is actually really hard to find. Cool. Basic amount of stuff that's gonna be useless if they have too many people show up. Excellent. They have everyone has a radio, so they'll be at least not entirely useless. Awesome. The medical tent hadn't fallen apart, which is nice. Nice change. What was I doing with these guys? Bunk, bunk, bunk. Yes, yeah. Where's the... Was it the tent that had inventory? It's the tent that has inventory. There we go. Nuclear... There better not be nuclear goats. I am ill-equipped to deal with nuclear goats. Right, and that guy can come in here and sit in the middle and just kind of align a little bit straighter. Awesome. There we go, job done. Them all taken care of. Now back over here with... Oh no, that's right, I put all these guys in a group. That's why I can't find them. So, back over here with everybody else. I've assigned some basic loadouts over here simply for the purposes of keeping track of what's going on. So we have our Spartan guys with their damage limiter on it, which is perfect. So now, let's see, kind of need something to test my damage limiting capability. Put down one of these. Let's put down one of those with crew in it. And then we'll just make sure that that actually works. Makes the lockers both sides. Yeah, but it's a question for me though at that point of the kind of the setup, because the way I'm sort of picturing that is that it's kind of, you know, basic sort of, you know, guards quarters kind of thing. Because if you're keeping hostages, you want to sort of keep them fucking checked in on. And so that's why there's basic medical facilities and whatnot, so that they can, you know, just to kind of feel that out. They can have some guards come through on patrol or whatnot. That'll be pretty fine. Let's get a plus all not found in config weapons. Alright, there's a mod issue there somewhere. Let's grab a something tactical shotgun. An odd choice of words, but what can you do? And then let's take the unguided one of these. Fantastic. Then let's go piss off some dudes and make sure we don't, you know, explode. Let's start working on that stuff for Leary. Yeah, I hear that guy can be a dick. Okay, we'll find out if he's still here or not. Wow, do you want to miss some more? Right, we might need to find Oh, no, that definitely didn't work, because that was insta-death territory. Why did that insta-death? That's not looking great. Just quickly pop over here to my little editor, and then just watch this all turn to shit. Let's do that. Yep, that sounds fine. Yeah, awesome. There you go, you can have fucking full unfiltered me fixing shitness. So because I have a limit damage script too. That I can't show you where it comes from, because that's a commercial project, but I can open the script up and yeah, see that return is kind of different is what I'm looking at. So I think what we're going to say here is we're going to call this turn damage. We're going to return it out like that. That just looks a little more consistent. Let's give that a shot. Alright, let's try that again. And that'll either go better, or go substantially worse. But I don't know how much worse you can get than insta-dying because you failed to tank damage. At this point, it's just a case of as long as I don't get a script error, I am happy. But we'll have to see what happens. Alright, awesome. I just want to grab something to shoot at them with to fucking aggro them. Oh, let's just take a MX because who actually cares? Leroy, your shit's broken. Super broken. Works less than it worked before. So let's log out that, and then we'll be able to see what happens. Why did it say undefined game mode? That game mode is totally defined. That's alright, I'll fix that up in a second. Let me put that on my list of things. Because so far the other two things are done. Yeah, I think in the end the reason that my limit damage script was kind of so simple was because I actually realized that to do kind of what we're trying to do here, you actually don't need it, but we will confirm. We will see what happens. Aggro you bitch. There you go. Okay, so I got legs, body, and leg underscore right. So I didn't have anything bad happen, so that's the thing, I guess. Did I get anything happen above those? Oh, I did get a question mark. So I took damage to my head, neck, head, pelvis, body, unknown. Alright. So the question mark gets exited, but none of them are coming out as, well, I suppose there could be blanks, just wouldn't really see it. But point is, selection is coming in with valid values, so that's good. What I think we're gonna do damage like 2. Actually So let's just meter. Those aren't indented properly either. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to comment all of that out. I'm actually going to comment that out too, and I'm simply if we say that should do the same thing. In theory. In theory. But if this is going to keep causing the same insta-death shit we had happening last week, I would rather get rid of it than have the super bizarre insta-death going. Trudy, you'll have to excuse my frickin' ignorance. IFA? Oh, Iron Front. Ooh. I mean, I'm not really into Iron Front literally at all, but had a bit of a resurgence lately, so... But I mean, any kind of mod of that size would be a huge undertaking. I wouldn't want to do it, that's for sure. Yeah, see, it just... See, the thing is, I think we are actually tanking some damage, but... I'm gonna need to format that. Because system chat has to return a strength, which is super awesome. Let me quickly pull up some Bohemia documentation here for the handle damage event handler, which we'll share with you guys here. So, current damage level section of the object this trigger is referring to. Somewhat unpredictable, and produces what could be considered unexpected returns. Really? No shit. Okay, so that damage object is the current damage amount. I wonder if we do some just classic stealing and we go and that's terrible code, but anyway. Okay, so what is this saying? So damage received is damage amount. Alright, let's fucking steal this shit and see what happens. Kind of we're gonna need to change the locality of this though, I think. So we'll come back to that. We will leave actually everything just as it is, I think. Yeah, let's just leave that as it is, and then let's try again and see how we go. And then if this works, then I'll just clean the shit out of it. And hopefully make it a little bit more, multiplayer friendly. Well, sorry, I should be clearer. Not multiplayer friendly, but make it handle locality nicer. So just to explain what I mean by that is that when it requires the player and the player to be local, then that can be an issue on dedicated servers. So we want to try and avoid stuff like that where possible, especially when it's not necessary. There is some stuff in the Arma universe that does indeed have to be local because, Arma, but fucking damage reduction scripts are not one of them. And if it has to be done that way as a init local, then it's fine, but I really would rather avoid it. Oh shit, stop doing Now that's tanking damage. Oh, and I died. Because... well, I died. Actually, this will... fine, I'm not wearing the Spartan kit, but I'm still in a Spartan slot, so the damage reduction will still apply. If I bust my ass over here and try and do this again in just the right kind of way... oh shit. Why'd you get in the driver's seat, dipshit? Down there, yeah. Can I... no, I can't read. Shit. Yeah, fuck you. Alright, we're going to abort that. Come back in again. Because I think actually the issue that we're going to run into here is that there's the whole ace mechanic running on top of the base game damage system. So it's because ACE accounts for a lot more than that, and so if we're blocking the damage at the engine but it's still hitting ACE, then I'm going to end up fucking dying regardless. Alright, cool. The fucking rifle and we're good to go. Perfect. Great. Awesome. I just need to fucking aggro an AI is all I need to do. Because I think what I'm going to find is that as this thing starts chewing the fuck out of me, I think I'm going to lose a hell of a lot of blood. I'm going to be in a lot of pain. That's going to be an issue. Now if we pull back... No, I am just fucking wrong, is apparently what's happening. Aggro. So that knocked me down, but I'm still good. Okay, so what happened there? So incoming damage... Selection question mark. Is that selection question mark the issue? Okay, so if we deal with question marks better, you can then sort of see what's going on. So, so we want to set them all to 0.2 because we want to basically soak up 20% of that. Yeah, that'll be what's happening because that was set to 1, and when you set damage 1, you die. Haha. So we really want to say before all of that. I didn't copy as much as I thought I did. And I have to remember what programming language I'm writing in. And we ship all of that out there. And remember what language I'm writing in and do some of that. Okay. I'll skip that. That's got the new limits in it, so that should be alright. So doesn't let it sink below 0, which is good. Okay. Because we basically want to have it that we never return we don't want to ever return a 1 from here. Is really the important thing. We also don't need... we just leave it. Why not? See what happens. And this is why a simple template update turns from a 30-minute exercise into a fucking hour, 15-minute operation. Alright, so... grab a rifle and go piss off a fucking MG truck again. And hopefully we're good to go. Good texture detail on these fucking uniforms though. That definitely freaked out with selection question mark, because that's all that happened. So it's definitely question mark, which is the problem. I'm just an idiot. That's all, really. I kind of want to just exit with that. Yeah, I'll exit. Just exit with really nothing. Right, let's just do that instead, and then I'll come back out to how it was, because I had my negatives the wrong way around. Great stuff. Okay. So, that was a useless test, because I had my shit the wrong way around. Oh! Missing semicolon. Do that this way. Dead. I don't understand quite what hit selection question mark actually is. I don't really necessarily understand where that comes from. That could be a ace proxy thing. But it also could not be. Who really knows? So Tootie, how's the IF stuff looking? Is it working better than the damage reduction script I was given? Really the question. Oh yeah, perfect. That's exactly not the weapon I wanted. Don't care. Doesn't matter. I think also it looks kind of dumb. Anyway. Arma be Arma. Why am I whimpering? I'm definitely in pain. But in a kind of weird way, actually. But that's not ace pain. I stab a morphine in. Ah, interesting. I am in a pain that I can't resolve. Ooh, they still fucking got me. I was in a kind of bad way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Dover. I'm wondering if Ace doesn't... If Ace has their own damage handler. So there's probably a couple of different ways I can look into that. First thing is we're going to go to Ace website and see if they decide to actually document it. Right. Am I retarded or is medical not on that list? Okay. So we have regular medical. Okay, so that's that stuff. That's fine. Hmm. Interesting. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do this the really kind of cheating way. And we're going to go to our... Hey, look at that. I already have an unpacked medical. Nice. So we have... Ace already has event handlers. Fuck you, Ace. What am I looking at? Okay. It's really not helping me at all. Function handle damage. This looks alright. Yep, they already have their own event handler. So, if I remove that, remove their existing event handler, removal, yes. But while I've got that open, does Ace provide any way where we can kind of limit that damage? Okay, that's where prevent insta-death comes in. Yeah, see that does have a damage return though. I think it only does that to actually stop you literally having your damage return set to 1 and knock you the fuck out. Alright. I am going to quickly step away for 30 seconds while this mission loads up. I will be right back, guys. Alright. hopefully we have fucking well cracked it. And yeah, this is definitely terrible weapon choice. And by letting Ace still kick in, that'll get rid of default vanilla paint, which means I won't need default vanilla fucking facts, which means I should be good to go. But I also know that this is Arma development and nothing is ever quite that simple. Shoot at me, you default. That's Ace knocking me down, that's Ace pain. Yep. Got knocked down again. Finally got knocked unconscious. Too tanky. Now, let's not. It is what it is. Medical, full heal. Excellent. Stop knocking me out, you dick. Ugh. Yeah, I'm very bleeding. That's with shields. And my own shield. I think that's a little bit more representative, because that knocks me down and, at least with my frickin' pain effect what it is, that makes it pretty well impossible to do anything. I'm done listening to this sound already. They also can't hit, like, for shit. See, what I really want to do is I want to wake myself up and see what my pain looks like, but not actually heal. Probably a better idea. I actually am back up, but let's out here anyway. Oh, that's not great. Heavily wounded head. Yeah, I would agree with that prognosis, to be particularly honest with you. I am bleeding. I'm not super bleeding though. But I am super in pain. That is... I don't know how unbearable that is after Twitch compression has kicked in. That is pretty unbearable. Somebody needs to teach this asshole how to fucking shoot, I tell you what. Oh, dead. I'm dying. No, not though. I feel like if he could actually, like, shoot accurately, he'd have a much higher success rate. Alright, so, let's close the Ace stuff before I get super confused about what I'm editing. Okay, so each projectile will be limited to max of this much damage. So if we say 0.5 across the board instead of 0.2. Make them a little bit more. Actually, I should be able to make each round do, like, hit a little harder, I guess. The overall limit is gonna... just the same. Anymore. And then we can come back in There we go. And then we just need to look at how this actually operates in a server setting. And we need to get rid of all these actual chats too, because I just don't need those anymore, so they can go away. Get rid of those and those, because I really actually don't need the comments, to be honest with you. Also don't think that that is actually triggered by ACE anymore. They used to, but I think they do now. We're gonna delete all that stuff and all that stuff. We're gonna leave the attribution because that dude was a fucking lifesaver by deciding to post that. And I also just actually need to grab from my messages with Kiwu this shit here. Okay. I want something actually with a shit ton of recoil to it. Oh, AKs. AKs have a shit ton of recoil. Perfect. Done. Well, that was some lag. Alright, good stuff. So, talk to me about the 40k mod, because the last time we tried anything with the 40k mod, we got like 1 to 2 frames a second. Oh, that went bad. That went noticeably terrible. What did I remove that it wasn't happy having removed? I didn't think I changed shit. I changed these. Maybe we need to set these back down again. Each projectile will be limited to a max of this much damage. Okay, so yeah, see, we were doing like guard burst like a fucking orc wave the last time we had it. Some assets are more unstable than others. Yeah, that would seem about right. So yeah, the walkers, they were weird, man. Like, they super didn't like to behave. Upper limit. Where does upper limit come from? This. Okay, yeah, that then switched out. So damage times the multiplier and it's greater than the upper limit. Set it to the upper limit, and the upper limit comes from this bit. So that's why they were working on point 2. No, leave them at 5. will, however, go ahead and pop back in the recoil coefficient of 0.25. Recently added the Orc Stomper. Haven't seen a multiplayer setting yet. Imagine it a bit rough. Yeah. It's look. I mean, look. It's something I'm very excited about because I quite like the 40k universe, but it's yeah. It's the mod is expecting a lot out of Arma. I think is basically where I was at. It needs a lot of optimization, but. Also, hey Strap, fucking welcome aboard. Yeah, we're just testing the new damage reduction script, and then I'm going to catch up with Liru at 7. But we just need to make sure this is all working pretty good. Grab an AK. Let's actually just quickly check first. Do I have less recoil? Yes, there is no way that's an AK amount of recoil. Perfect. Well, let's go piss off a thing and see what happens next. Wow, I went down way faster that time. Yes, I think is what it is that Ace's pain system actually kicks in, and says, well, you just took this much pain, so you'd be knocked out. So, let me, to do that. Did I wake back up already? I did. So it just knocked me down quickly. Yeah, because I'm in a shit ton of pain. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna need to set these guys back down to 2. I wonder if we slide these guys up to 5 instead. See if that works a little better. Yes, I'm sure. What is it now? Fucking 5:30 Eastern, so I ideally want to try and have this finished in the next 15-20 minutes so that I can get it up on a server, test it there, and then have it ready for Leroy when he gets done and gets back here so that I can sort of show him what I've been working on. Authorization. Decent frames? Alright, right on. I mean, I do run my system a lot tighter than I should for the amount of armor that I do. Because like it's not doing terribly, but it could definitely, you know, RAM starts to become a problem. But it is what it is. Yeah, 15 frames in Arma with a lot of shit going on probably actually isn't too bad. You're not wrong there. Yeah, like I said, the last time we used it, it was a pretty small op. It was a fun op that Havoc 4 was running for like in place of a training, and I think we were looking at like 4 frames. Server was holding okay. Server wasn't doing perfectly though. Aggro on me, you dickhole. Yeah, so the server was holding okay, but it was just a case of performance was just running terrible. When was that? No, it was a long time ago, I would say. I would say it was... Yeah, it was probably about a year ago, honestly. So, but I'm sure things have got better since then. So I'm going to get knocked down because of my pain levels, that's for sure. Still reloading. He's clearly still reloading. I don't think I even have a... What am I doing? Stop giving you guys a headache. Did he fucking run away again? God damn it! Son of a bitch. Or did I accidentally kill him? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, he super did. Oh well, that's dumb. That's entirely my fault then. Love Arma's crosshair, it's such a vague indication. Yep, I definitely killed him. Right? Seems to be working anyway, so that's something. Let's just make sure I've removed those. Let's get rid of this huge block of comments because I need to convince however many guys show up tonight to download this shit. So keep this pretty small. That I'm gonna leave that there for now. And leave the attribution there because dude was a fucking champion. Now I can also simplify a bunch of this because we are running the same value for everything. So if we just go damage multiplier, body, and limit body, and then we can come in here and limit overall. Must be one of the ones I got rid of. That should make life a little bit easier. So then we can just change that to be that and that. Save redeclaring those two variables. Get rid of that and that and that. Okay, that's a bit of a cleanup. Just make sure that I'm still tanky as shit. Yeah, Strep, the thing that I find fucking hilarious, other than me randomly happening to kill the dude in the turret, is just the extreme lack of accuracy that those freaking turrets have got. Like, like this is just running on just default AI settings. I'm not going into Zeus and setting the traditional lower accuracy that we work with, but that freaking round spread is intense. Alright, let's come in here. And then... Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. Great. Well, let's grab an AK. Go get yourself a dude. And we should be good to go. Right, is that a Halo thing? Because I've played like no Halo, so didn't even need to. There you go. I think that's a more reasonable amount of time to go down after just literally standing out in the open. That didn't seem too bad in terms of like it's still somewhat tanky, but it's not quite as tanky. Teleport. And I bet I'm awake already. I am. Yeah, super in pain. Way more bleeding. You know, although I get some pretty bad pain going on, I actually not touching my legs, which is kind of nice. So I kind of get to keep my movement speed. Yeah, I can definitely soak up a good amount of rounds at this point. So let's pull me back out here. I'm still down. Awesome. Add me in. Total unconscious. Yeah, see, I think I will actually bleed out pretty quickly if I let this go. Kind of want to... Ooh, fucker. Alright, yep. Not happy with that plan, obviously. Obviously that plan is not quite what he wanted. Head, total punches. Great, good shit. His fight with an AK is weird. Yeah, look, I know. But I couldn't be bothered actually pulling a load out. It's simply just for the purposes of testing me getting knocked out. See, now we're approaching the point where I am so far gone that Ace is like, yeah, you're in bad shape. So any hit is going to start to just like instantly start dropping me, even if it's a relatively minor hit. But yeah, I am hurting bad. Heavily wounded, heavily wounded, heavily wounded. All on fucking one side of the body though, but that's fine. Ooh. And then as soon as default damage calculation kicks in, dead. So, at this point I think I'm actually pretty happy that the script is working fine. I think at that point that's kind of a no-brainer. So there's just a couple of things then that I need to do, and the first thing is I'm going to check that Ace medical prevent instant death is super on. No, what to tell you. Okay, well that's about the best we can hope for then, really, isn't it? We want to grab all of our blue force slots and move them back out here. Oh, interesting. That's actually full on reordered them. Okay, well, two can say that that game too. Hmm. Gonna make me reorder those manually, isn't it? Even though this is basically super pointless, it will hopefully at least inspire some ordering. Because I really just don't want to open up the actual mission file and reorder these groups manually. Really just what I'm getting at, to be honest with you. There we go. Nice. What more could you possibly ask for? That's all that done. This no longer has chat messages in it. Those values all look pretty decent. Cool. That's set up. That's set up. That's all set up. Don't actually really need any of that, but I'll just leave it there because I can. Teleport we're actually not using, so that can go away. Try and offset some of that bloat from the damage reduction script a little bit. And let's pack that. How big is that? Ugh, 1.14 meg. Bit of a pain in the ass. Righto. So that's set up there. They've got their shit in here. Talk to Liru about all of that, and then just for anyone who's kind of new to the party, this is the base that Liru built, which is gonna be kind of objective time. I shouldn't have to test any of this because I watched Liru test it as part of his stream, so on that basis we actually should be pretty fine. I just need to double check. Okay, yep, so that's there. I got the barrier from that gate, got the barrier from that gate, I got the barrier from that gate. Fucking burger joint. Huh. That's cool as shit. Holy crap. Yeah, I knew you didn't fuck up the settings too. It was just the, you know, you gotta ask the question. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just a bit of a conflict between Ace and everything. But that's just the issue when you're running sort of Ace medical and you try and fuck with medical at the same time. Not really a fan of that. Done a really good job of actually lining all this shit up though. Mostly. Ah, it looks fine. Can't really see the joints in the posts. If anyone fucking pulls it up, I'll be sure to remind them how much it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. Okay, so that is that then. So we're going to just pop over to... I'm going to turn back off my whole display capture and we'll get this bad boy set up on a server and we'll just test the locality of that damage script and then we should be fine to go. Right, I'm actually going to have to flick over there and turn my Arma off because I'm about to type a server password and you know, let's not do that on the stream. On any of the official servers, shuttle that down. Okay. Copy that. Move that back over here. Yeah, we can replace that. And boot the server up. Strep, if you wanna freaking join me on the OPTRE server, you can, I don't know, take a Zeus slot and hammer me with stuff. Once the OPTRE server comes back up.
Microphone activated.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Alright, so I'll grab a Spartan spot, and if you want to just take a loose spot when you get in, and then throw some shit down and make sure I tank the lot of it.
Ah, yes. Sounds great. Is it? Ask. I think I typed in the right password.
Alright, if not, I'll give you a fucking password in TeamSpeak.
How have you been doing today?
Oh yeah, pretty good. Had most up this morning, and now getting this done, and just hoping to get this done in sort of a reasonable amount of time so I can have a bit of a break from Arma for the mission tonight.
How was OSET? Any problems with that or split?
Look, it was rough. It was a rough class, but it was day 4, and it was a rough day 4. But that's bad. So I did notice one issue with Snapblade.
This one?
Yeah, the fucking where the whatever the fuck the gun trucks are called, wherever they spawn in, the building that you've hidden underneath them is apparently there for long enough to fucking clip into them and explode.
Oh, sick. So the high terrain feature doesn't work.
Well, it sometimes does and it sometimes doesn't. I think it's an order issue. I don't quite understand, but that's alright. I have a pretty reliable fix for getting it straight away, so that's all good. Please get a Halo gun. Okay, I'll get a Halo gun.
All I did was do the high terrain feature, which...
Yeah. No, I think I fucked it up. Is actually, I think, honestly what happened.
Wait, hold on, let me just grab, like... Oh, fuck it. These are full arsenals.
Yeah, these are all full arsenal. And I know that I've left it set to frickin' basic instead of custom difficulty.
I'm gonna grab this with her. Oh. Sick. I had to respawn. Sick.
Alright, cool.
Double sick.
I'm gonna go fucking stand out on the road and wait to get shot at.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go, fucking Halo gun. Good to go. Also, someone that knows Halo, can someone explain to me the giant fucking ring tower? Who just loves rings? What's that about? Oh shit, there's 2. Oh yeah, that. Definitely reducing damage. Now see, I know it's a space elevator, but I don't understand why it is that, like, is it literally like a regular elevator, like you go in, you push like floor, like space, and then like the doors close and up you go? I got knocked the fuck out. I think I am actually going to have to tone that down. That, yeah. I might set that back down again.
Oh. How are you doing? Are you good? I'm about to put you back out there.
I am super in pain.
I took control of it and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, and so, like, Ace will just keep knocking me out because I'm, like, in a lot of pain. But yeah, send me back out. We'll see how much of this shit I can take. Try and get me in the fucking legs is what I really am interested to see.
Okay, you're gonna be put behind a wall and then walk out so I can take control of it.
Yeah, I'm just in way too much pain. There's a lift on it that people in cargo are transported from. Oh, okay. So it's literally. Okay. Literally a giant fucking elevator. Back
That's
up.
quick.
Yeah, I think so. We're in a place now. Did you just heal me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we're in a place now where what's happening is that the amount of damage that I'm taking is causing so much pain. I'm just instantly going down.
Wait,
So
so
I'm
I'm just
gonna.
gonna shoot legs this time. Only legs.
Okay.
And see how
Cool. I'll
much
just
it does.
run back out.
Okay.
So the purpose of the space elevator is to get stuff into space easier than like flying it up. Full torso. Okay. So, I mean, look, fair enough. Motherfucker. See, but the thing is, I can't imagine that building that is cheaper than building a bunch of rockets. Strap, that's still not my fucking... Still not my legs. But yeah, I'm in some bad pain. Did. Yeah. I can one hit and I'm straight down. Alright, cool. Alright, I am going to just revisit that in Eden real quick and fix some of that stuff up.
Your arm hitbox is non-existent. Sick.
So I've changed the damage limit to pull that back down, so that should make them a little tankier. And need to stop that building blowing up, then we're good to go.
Yeah, my bad. I couldn't get control of it quick enough and it started shooting you. And then once it did, I was like, sick. Wait.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like I understand that, like, you know, once it's up and running, it's a lot cheaper to maintain, but hell, you don't have third world countries, you have third world planets? Yeah. Okay, I guess that's probably true. Okay, so that's all looking fine. Oh, that is the wrong base. I want our base, which I thoughtfully called layer 18. Okay. I wonder if you're probably not even going to use this up realistically. Do you reckon I can get rid of the frickin' hogs? I don't think we're going to use them.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you that. I don't think they're gonna be used.
Well, and even
But
then, fucking Zeus can put some down if they need to anyway.
yeah.
Uh, Alright, and I've set the damage multiplier from 0.5 down to 0.2, so that should hopefully
Do it.
tank a little harder, and then I think that's it. I think we're going to call that job done.
Fully.
One. The thing that I was surprised about though is that the locality of that script was apparently just fine. Didn't get any errors. That seemed to work okay. So that was the only real concern I had. So that was good.
That is good.
Holy shit, you guys know far too fucking much about Halo. God damn. Okay, so I can server down. Pull a new copy of this down on the server from OneDrive, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so we just need to make sure that that Winter Stand Down OPTRE op is set to custom difficulty, not regular, which is done. Launch Arma back up again. Right. Cool. So, there we go. I had a nice shot to fucking... Wasn't for the terrain object boxes flying into space anyway. So that's gonna actually wrap it up for the little Eden build that turned into a little fucking scripting exercise. There wasn't a lot I really had to do because a lot of it was obviously done by Leroy with his nice little compound here. Just had to bring in our units and set our spawns up to what Drum wanted. So if you guys have any questions about any of this shit, obviously let me know now. Otherwise, we will be back at it on the other side of all this shit as of 2000 tonight. I don't know yet where I'm going to be, but I'll be in the mix here somewhere. So. Okay. Really not particularly looking forward to digging through this shit tonight. That'd be quite a fight.
Partially just gonna cry for Liru whenever he has to place objects on those, AI on the catwalks up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a little interesting. I am probably going to take a bit of a break, but we will see what happens. I've been working on some City Skyline stuff, so I might come back with that just to kill some time and fucking eat some breakfast. We'll see how we go. But I'm, like I said before, I'm running this on about 3 hours sleep, so might have a fucking nap. We'll see what happens. Alright, you boys and girls have a good next hour and 50 minutes. And I will hopefully see everyone back here after that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you next time.